Not one punch was missed. But
He swore up and down that he got pushed too.
yeah, he got pushed.
He
I got
crazy
pushed
as
too.
hell for that shit.
I got pushed too. But we're live now. Welcome to the According to Sources podcast. This is your host, Andre Williams. I am joined by Robert. Robert, say hello to the people.
What up, people?
Devin, say hello to the people.
What it is.
And look at who it is, young Chris, man. Young Chris. Look, let me tell y'all something about Chris, man. He told us he was born in 1997 and not shuddered. Like, 'cause I can't even remember 1997, but he was born in 1997. Chris, say hello to the people.
What's going on, people?
All right, so what we'll do, Chris just wrote a really dope piece. Actually, a couple since he's joined us. But before we get into that, Chris, tell us how did you find According to Sources, man?
Man, I think I was talking about Aaron Rodgers one day, and I like tagged the Go Pack Gold hashtag, and me and Devin started talking about football. And after that, it was just history. It's pretty cool.
Go Packers!
Go, man!
Lame. Lame.
Oh, these two dudes have a rivalry. We in a chat together, and all they've been talking about for the last couple weeks has been Packers and Bears, and the Packers almost gave that damn game up, which would have been hilarious.
Almost don't mean a damn thing. I was almost dark skinned.
It kind of does because y'all almost did it to the Bears. Isn't that terrible?
Oh,
like it kind of does, but. We'll let you guys slide.
I was almost dark skinned, but shit didn't work out.
You were not almost dark skinned. Are you crazy?
If
I'd be one of the chosen few.
If my dad would have just been a darker version of Hawaiian, I would have been right there with you. Wouldn't have been no more shit talking.
Who was covering Jordy Nelson on that play? Jesus.
I was all the way in Georgia.
Chris Conti flew up from Tampa to cover him.
It's crazy that they got that exact same play. like they didn't. I'm sure somebody in the Bears in the huddle was like, "Now look, goddammit, we ain't about to let Chris Conti do this to us again." Like Chris Conti didn't even play here anymore. Same shit happened.
Motherfuckers in the huddle was like, "Who is Chris?"
What was the dude's name who blew it? What was his name?
It was a guy who John Lynch was going crazy over the whole game. Oh my God!
He wasn't. LeBlanc.
Yes, he was, dude.
LeBlanc, that's what it was.
John Lynch was talking about, they get guys like LeBlanc. He's playing really well. John Fox knows how to find these guys. What that motherfucker do? Let him.
That wasn't on him though.
Yes, it was. 60-yard pass. Come on.
Is it crazy?
He was listen. Before Packers fans, let's stop the madness. All right, let me break this down for y'all because I know y'all Packers fans and y'all a little biased. I'm
not being biased.
Matt LeBlanc was the corner on the play. He was the corner. Where was the safety? There was no safety help over the top. So therefore, it was not his fault. He didn't have safety help like he was supposed to. It was the safety's fault.
Maybe
Andy Amos, whatever the hell his name is. He was nowhere to be found. He should have had Jordy Nelson.
That's true, but Jordy Nelson doesn't have the speed of an Odell Beckham, though. I mean,
I don't care. You ain't got to have the speed of Odell Beckham. If a play is broken and you start running like he always does, you start running behind a defense and the corner comes up thinking he's gonna tackle the quarterback. Of course, you're gonna get away.
Right, man.
It's too much C's in the podcast for him.
Hey, look, you see how quickly this segue into Bears versus Packers? We was talking about Chris.
He started it.
he said he started
it. I'll tell you this though, Aaron Rodgers, he almost fucked up that play because it was in the air for so long. He almost underthrew Jordy Nelson. If he would have threw it like we all know Aaron Rodgers to throw a ball, he would have threw that shit in stride. That's the same shit he's been doing all season, even though he's getting close to almost winning MVP. So I don't know.
This year?
But you know what? Is you crazy? You ain't seen his numbers.
Kiss my ass. He ain't nowhere near being on MVP this year.
Are you? Oh my God, Rob, are you serious?
You're joking, right?
It's people that don't even like Aaron Rodgers. They say Colin Cowherd can stand Aaron Rodgers, and he say he's third or fourth in his MVP voting.
Oh my God! See, this is what I hate about quarterbacks.
Hey, Rob,
this is what I hate about quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers or Brady. They get one or two games, and all of a sudden this MVP talk. How many games did Aaron Rodgers have where the Packers wasn't doing shit? The Packers are fighting.
Rob, I got a question for you.
All of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers has a good game, and now he's the MVP again.
He was leading the league in touchdowns. He was leading the league in touchdown passes before they went into the Bears game.
Rodgers' worst season is Jay Cutler's best.
Look, this ain't got shit to do with Jay Cutler. We ain't talking about Jay Cutler right now. Fuck Jay Cutler. What the fuck are we talking about Jay Cutler? I don't understand this shit. Fuck Jay Cutler.
Are you
Jay,
so
if you listen to this shit, fuck you.
Hey.
To the contrary, when me and Rob went to Bears camp, Jay Cutler couldn't have been any more nice.
I still don't get that. I don't know, Devin. I don't know. I can't.
He was so nice. I looked at Rob. I was like, "Is this the same motherfucker that we've been talking about?" He was so nice.
We happened to be down there on Jay Cutler's media day. His designated day where he talks.
His one day.
His one day that he talks of the week.
Very nice teeth. Very nice teeth.
Fucking. That's what all the goddamn money the Bears gave him. His teeth better be nice because his
his teeth was so white, it was almost like a crystal blue. Just really nice teeth. I don't see myself knocking them teeth out. Really nice teeth. But go on.
I don't know. I can't go with Jay Cutler being nice off that one time.
However,
that wasn't enough for you.
He did almost treat one of these amateur reporters. You remember that, Rob?
Huh?
He almost treated one of those amateur reporters. The guy was like,
because he's a natural born jerk.
You look really good in practice. You haven't thrown an interception all summer. So does that mean that you'll be more efficient when the season comes? And I didn't think it was a bad question. I was just like, well, Jay, you gonna answer that shit? Jay looked at him like, ooh, you motherfucker, this gonna be a last day coming to Bears camp after that shit.
Yeah, that guy's never coming back. That guy's never coming back.
He never heard from him again, and quietly escorted his ass out of Birmingham after that.
Your bum ass out here. What they say? What they say to us the first time we got there, Rob? Amateurs.
Yeah, but this amateur hour? Amateur hour? Yeah,
was that Fat Biggs? What's that guy's name?
It was definitely Biggs.
Not Lance Biggs, Brad Biggs.
No, Brad Biggs. It was definitely.
I can't stand that son of a bitch. That's Jason Whitlock's twin brother. Biracial relatives. Yeah. Fucker.
The crazy thing is, I don't know which one of them is bigger.
Oh man. Oh,
Whitlock. Come on.
Oh God.
Have you seen I don't know.
I don't know, man.
You gotta see Brad Biggs.
No. He got him beat by a mile, bro.
He ain't slacking, man. He's not slacking.
You don't miss too many cheeseburgers.
Have you seen Whitlock's jacket size? I mean, just look at those things, man. Seriously, it's huge.
He be swearing up and down. That's what got him through Ball State on that line too.
Hey, did you hear? Who was it? I don't know if it was Shannon Sharp or somebody. Maybe it was Chris Carter. They was talking about football, and I don't know what the reasoning behind this comment was, but he was like, if you had the talent. You know, he's always trying to talk to people about football because he played at goddamn Ball State. Like, man, you don't shut your weak ass up, boy.
That had to have been Chris Carter. Had to have been.
You got a ball on your ass. Bastard.
That's just like when they stopped letting Jalen Rose come on First Take when it was cold pizza. when
he just called his ass out.
He was like, you mean how you barely made JV?
How you average 0.15 points per game as a senior?
Bayless couldn't say shit. Oh my, he just looked so embarrassed.
Weak ass.
Hey, did you hear about that thing on Facebook? He commented on his own stream.
That was hilarious. He forgot to change his forgot to change his goddamn his account.
Yeah.
And posted as his goddamn self, talking in the third person, talking about Skip Bayless. Boy, I damn near died. It couldn't have happened to a better person, man.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
But we was talking about Chris. All right, Chris. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. You're young as shit. That's the first thing. But that piece that you just wrote, I thought that was really well done. It's something that I think needed to be said. It was about shades and beauty. So where did that piece come from, man?
Well, I mean, my father was in my life as a kid, but he wasn't exactly always kind of there. So I was raised with a lot of black women and stuff like that. And to come from such a family of diverse and lovely black women of all shades, just to see dark-skinned women tore down every day just because of the shade of their skin for something they can't help, it's kind of sad. I mean, you think about it, most people that do stuff like this or talk about black women like that, they are black men and their mothers are black. But the way social media and just overall life has shaped us, it's lighter is better. And that's not always true.
It's definitely not. I agree. It was a great piece. It's getting good traction right now. And we glad to have you, bro. We definitely glad to have you on board with us. You talking shit like we all do. Everything you've written has been really, really good. I'm glad you're here, man. We glad to have you. Now we can now that the people have been introduced beyond your writing skills, we can go ahead and start talking about the sports. We can start getting into the real hits and shit. And the first hit that we're going to talk about is the one that Bernard Hopkins said was a push. Did anybody see the fight? Did anybody see the fight? Did anybody see the highlights?
I saw from round 4 till the end. And
I watched it from the beginning. I just so happened to be flipping channels and forget, like, damn, the B-Hop fight coming on tonight. So I caught it from the beginning.
Flipping through channels. You got HBO?
We had this conversation already, Devin. Yes, I do have HBO.
I'm
one of the suckers out here that's paying for HBO.
I'm gonna need you to talk to me after this podcast is over. Don't you?
I am definitely not paying for HBO.
But yeah, I think that. Oh my God, man! Bernard wanted to face somebody on the top tier level with a belt before he went out. When Oscar gave him a whole list of guys who he could have easily handled, not knocked him out, but could have easily handled, went the duration of the fight, won by unanimous decision. But Bernard, being Bernard, he wanted to do his thing, try to go out on top like in a Rocky moment, and yeah, it did not happen.
He went out of the Rocky moment.
Yeah, he went out. And Bernard, till this day, I saw it on Twitter this morning. They said till this day, he is still saying that he pushed him out.
I was hoping that he was going to change his tune after a day or two, man. After he saw the replay or whatever, I was hoping that he was just kind of dazed and kind of embarrassed and go, you know what, man, you know what, he caught me. You know, it is what it is. I got caught.
just tell the truth.
Exactly.
But it's okay.
I didn't know. I haven't seen that he was still, going with the whole narrative of getting pushed. What the fuck is Greg Anthony got on? This thing got. Greg Anthony has on a velvet jacket.
Greg Anthony be wearing white women's makeup
a lavender velvet jacket. Greg Anthony is dressed like the Joker on NBA TV right now. Man, I was watching that fight, man, and I think I put my head down for a second and look back up, and this mog is falling out the ring. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? He pushed me. He pushed me. Oh, fam.
He pushed your ass with a punch. 3 of them, actually.
Yeah.
It was 3 punches in succession. And they all hit the target, which was his head. And they all knocked him out of the ring.
I'm telling you, dude. And like,
man,
it was just crazy for him to pick that dude because Buddy is like, he's like
up and coming.
He's up and coming. He's a champion. But the guy who he beat was a guy who actually used to train at my gym. His name is Andrew Fanfara. And Buddy can fight, man. Like, this guy was kicking everybody's ass.
He's supposed to be a hard puncher, right?
Man, what's his name? Smith knocked him clean the fuck out right there at the UFC Forum. I saw it happen. And of all people, you want to pick him? And he came
So,
in
like-
there. He didn't get starstruck by the moment. He didn't care that it was B Hop. He asked him for his autograph after the fact, and then he whooped his ass before the fact. I just don't get it.
So that's like a catch-22 for B Hop, man. Because on one hand, you want to commend him for wanting to go out and get, you know, somebody that's not going to be a chump, and not just like, all right, well, this is because like if he'd you know, schooled some young kid that couldn't really box for 12 rounds, you know, wouldn't we have talked shit about him? Like, man, B Hop went out and got this chump that he schooled, that, you know, that he wore him down. Because when B Hop got knocked out the ring, you know, after he was talking about being pushed, you also heard him say, I was frustrating him. Maybe, but once he started,
Yeah,
you know,
he was frustrating him, and dude started whooping his ass because of it.
yeah.
Like, he was sick of this shit.
Once he was catching them, though, it was like, you know, after you may have frustrated him a little bit, but like it wasn't like he was wearing the kid down, because he wasn't hitting him with no power or nothing. Like he was. It was
the little slick B Hop punches that he always does. It was the same
like
shit that B Hop always does.
Nothing but pod shots and just touching him.
Yeah,
pot shots,
that was
touching, you know, he was countering because you know what he.
Yeah.
The real question is, who let a 51-year-old man fight a young boy?
Oscar De La Hoya, his best friend.
Who not? all that money. Damn, that's a foul, ain't it? Who not, considering who he is?
Yeah.
All the money that was gonna come in from having them do that fight.
Oh, LeBron just hit a 3 from range, baby.
Man, I don't know what I saw LeBron get the shit dunked out his ass
Oh,
early
God.
in that game. I was like,
My
God.
He wasn't the only one. He dunked
Yeah,
reverse.
Kyrie got it too.
He dunked a couple people in that game.
Kyrie, like, who is this dude? He going off right now. But yeah, B Hop. I mean, he probably should have retired. What you want to say, like 5 years ago?
Yeah,
maybe even more than that.
But he did. Dude definitely didn't push him out of the ring. He punched his ass out the ring. And I told Rob before we started podcasting, you know, it looked like he fell down a Mario hole. It was just like because I had no idea where he went, because you know, like when they first showed it, all you see is a bunch of cameramen and then, you know, like, you know, people working a fight, and then you just see him falling and he just like kind of disappears. I had no idea where the hell he went until they actually showed the rest of the ring. I was like, okay, there's actually other things around this motherfucker. It's not just like him falling into a hole and it's like, what happened to me? Like it wasn't like that. But
B Hop fucking disappeared.
yeah, he definitely disappeared. It was just like legs and feet, and then it was nothing. So I'd have preferred him not, you know, in his career, get knocked the hell out the ring and lying about it. But that's what happens when you're an old fighter and you won't stop fighting. Look at Roy.
Because
He's still trying to fight.
Couldn't move, man. Just watching the fight, man. B Hop couldn't move. He couldn't. He like, and it's crazy because listening to Roy and Lampley talk about the way he was moving, they made it seem like that was the way he's always moved. And I'm thinking to myself, nah, hell nah. This ain't the way B Hop has always moved. Y'all can cut this. Y'all can cut this giving B Hop, you know, his glory way out by talking about it. You know, like, come on, man, this ain't the way he moved. You know how old dude walks, like, with little small steps. That's the way he was moving the whole night, and he was running from his kid all night. Another thing about the kid, I was getting real tired of hearing throughout the whole fight them constantly talking about him still being a member of the fucking
the union and shit like that.
Oh my God! I was like, all right, we fucking get it. He's
God, dude, we get it.
He still works construction in his off time. Good for fucking him. Like, stop construction and go fight, dog.
Hey, you know who they used to do that for real?
You
want to know who they used to do that for? Goddamn Kelly Pavlik. Man, they used
to wear that shit out for Pavlik.
He's from Pittsburgh. He's a hard-hitting guy from Pittsburgh. Like, shut your ass up, man.
Fuck up, man. He's a professional boxer. Fuck that shit. He's a professional boxer. And after this fight, he can go there and give all his bosses middle fingers. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't got to work for them no more.
He ain't showing back up to work.
Nah,
fucking crazy.
Payday. HBO, that's a good, you know, a couple 100,000, I'm sure.
Yeah, because his last fight was on Premier Boxing Champions. That shit was on HBO. That Golden Boy money too.
Yeah, you got paid. So cut it with the whole He still works for the union. Then they got the video of him like giving everybody high fives as he leaves the construction site. Like I want to go punch the fucking director in the face that set this shit up. Because you know he called him up and was like, "Hey, you work today? Work? Hell no, I ain't been working like 2 months.
Yeah.
I've been training for this fight. Oh well, go down to the site and dap everybody up. We're gonna send a camera down there. All right, I got it. The fuck?
Sorry, yeah.
They kept saying it, dog. It was like every round they was mentioning this shit. Like they
Oh,
kept
Lampley loves that shit.
Oh my God.
Lampley, he loved to run with
he
that.
He kept big up in his union number something. Like, check the fuck out, man. That dude's he's a boxer.
I'm so not a fan of Jim Lampley.
It's not laying nobody's concrete.
Jim
Lampley pisses me off to no goddamn end.
He's a hot mess, man.
I was watching that fight, and I was listening to your boy that y'all hate.
Oh my God, fucking Letterman. Okay, Jim. Okay, Jim. I can't see the fight, but I can feel it.
I can feel it.
7 rounds to 1.
I have no idea what's going on, but whoever Jim Lampley is saying is winning, that's who's winning.
Oh my God! It was something. They was going back and forth on something, man. They was arguing on the camera.
So does Roy. Producers be like, Jim, whatever you do not put Harold on the fucking screen. If they tell you to go to him, don't do it. Just don't go to him. He can't see. He looks like he's been fighting all his life.
Man, his face is all fucked up. I saw him one time and I was like, I don't know if that was a fucking boxer, a hobbit, a fucking troll.
He's an idiot, man. But that's HBO. That is HBO and Golden Boy for you.
This is fucking hilarious. Well, what else we got? Devin is the designated minute man on what we do it is because I'm over here playing 2K. So
I was speaking of 2K. I think that motherfucker Dwayne Wade might be not be playing 2K if Jimmy keep it up. Shit, he gonna have that nigga in serious trouble when he be getting home with Gabrielle Union. You guys saw it last night, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I saw it on Twitter. I didn't watch the game at all. But I saw the video on Twitter, like after the game went off. I was like, wait, what is this shit? Like, Jimmy, you tripping?
It was hilarious. He's like, wait, who, me? Who?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean him? Uh-oh.
You mean him?
I saw on Jimmy's page that apparently he was talking. He said that he was talking to like a strength and conditioning coach that was sitting on the other side of the court.
Yeah, because strength and conditioning coaches sit on the opposite side of the court.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Why is
Definitely. That's what they always are.
That's what they usually are, right?
Like right behind the bench. Like never.
And you have to have a conversation with them right then, right? A secretive conversation, right? Come on, man. Every man knows what that look that Jimmy had on his face was. We all know it because we've all done it. Get the fuck out of here. It's my boy. All right, cool. Come on, man. Come on.
What, you trying to give him some pussy? Who, me?
Shit.
Who, not me?
Yeah,
it was blatantly out. Okay, he's either talking to a bitch or he's talking to sorry for our female
yeah, I'm sorry.
listeners.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh my God.
So,
but it's true. I'm telling you.
Talking to a very high class young lady that happens to be sitting courtside, or he was talking to the weed man. One of the two.
And either one of them is all bad for
all bad. Jimmy Butler, he shared it. He said, when you're talking about who should get the ISO with Chris J, but IG people play too much, still funny with D Wade. Apparently, this guy Chris J is a skill development trainer for Jimmy Butler and a few other guys. Sounds like bullshit to me.
God. Where is that Carmelo meme where he's like in his suit jacket on the sideline and he's doing the whole head back thing like Shut up! No, you wasn't, dog. Wasn't the game at a touch at that point? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
about like 35
So,
points.
It was way over by then.
so y'all strategizing on this game on Wade getting the next ISO? Get the fuck out of here, man! You lying?
You're
You
All
are
this
lying.
lying.
line just makes it more than it really is. Like, just tell the truth, man. It ain't that serious.
Well,
But
no, it
Gabrielle
kind of is.
Union,
No, it kind of
Gabrielle
is.
Union told his ass he's
It
gonna
kind of
come to the
is.
next cookout, and he's like, "Shit,
As if
I
she
want
can
some of
cook
that
something.
chicken."
It kind of is. It kind of is serious. He does need to clean it up. It's just a whack line. Is all it is.
I tell
I
you right
really
now,
want some of that chicken.
she
I
looked like she
gotta.
can give you a good cussing out too. Gabrielle Union.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
That's
Oh,
all.
could you
That's
imagine?
That's
the
all
first.
her roles.
That,
That's every role she plays.
that was the first thing I thought about. I was like, man, we ain't got to go home to that shit, man. Ain't no way in hell.
Have you ever seen her playing a movie where she's just not like bitchy as shit? Like that's like every role she's in is like she's just the designated bitch sister. I'm just gonna be a bitch the whole movie. This is what I do. Just be a bitch.
Shit comes
Nah, she's a
natural.
designated cockblocker. That's what she is in the movies.
She's one of those too.
Oh my
Did
She's
you
god.
ever
definitely
see the
one of
one where,
those.
when he was with the Heat and like it was the end of the game and she was talking to him and like somebody was walking past, she
She
gave
gave the real
somebody that
phony,
Gave
look
him
like,
that.
Yeah.
the phony look.
She hit his ass with that. If you don't hurry your ass up, and D Wade got up out that motherfucking interview or whatever he was doing as quickly as possible, because that probably was right after she found out about the break baby.
Oh
And
yeah.
she just wasn't putting up with none of his shit. Like, I'm
That's
just
when
not
I
putting up
shared
with
it
his
on
fucking thing
Facebook.
with
I
you.
was like, when you know your girl about to curse you out and one of your homies walk past you, you trying to hold the longest conversation with them to avoid that shit.
Yeah, I think I retweeted that because that's exactly what it was. He was just sitting there like, nigga, help me.
Help me.
Help me.
That's
Please
the
don't
West.
leave.
Nigga.
Please don't leave. Oh, she's super mad right now. Please don't leave me.
Please.
Please.
Tell him we got to go on a stretch and work out or something. Do something.
It's meal time.
This all goes back to my initial feelings for that cornball ass brother, Jimmy Butler. I could say that. I don't work for ESPN. I'm not gonna get in trouble. Like, what's my man name who said that shit on first take? Oh my God.
Rob Parker.
Oh
Drake.
my God. Jimmy is a cornball ass brother.
Man,
I
the
cannot
bad
take
thing about
any
that,
more of his shit. I hate it that he's so talented. I really do. I can't stand it. I can't wait till they trade his goofy ass and we could just start all over with somebody. What you say?
He
said he's not
that talent. That's debatable to me.
He's been all right this season.
Yeah,
Jimmy worked very, very hard to get to where he is. I can't say anything about his basketball game. Nothing bad about his basketball game.
I'm waiting to see
He's not the
about his
most
basketball game. I'm
athletic
waiting.
dude, but somehow he gets it done. I don't know how he's doing it.
That's my point.
I don't know how he's doing it, but he does a fine job on the court. But he's definitely a cornball, and he can say all he wanted to say about trainers. He was talking about a chick who was wearing a waist trainer. That's the only trainer. He was the only trainer that he was talking about because he wasn't talking to his trainer. He was asking that chick if she's about to give him some ass, and she said, "No, I'm gonna give him some ass." And that's why he pointed to him and was like, "Oh, wait." Well, he was probably looking at her like, "Well, shit, you got a friend?"
That's fine. I mean, she's like, "No, I want the brother with the bank account that's a little bit bigger."
He like, "Shit, I'm from Marquette too. Like I went there too." He like if one bull is good as another. He from Marquette. I went to Marquette. We both play for the Bulls.
God,
like,
the motherfucker's so corny, man.
I want the dude with the crispy lining. not the dude fucking heads all over the goddamn place and look nappy as shit. What else we got on the agenda here, Devin?
Fucking hate Jimmy Butler. All right, we got
Jimmy's so dark. I don't understand why you don't like him.
You know what? No, my ass. I was about to leave it alone, but now you started. Jimmy is not the definition of a dark-skinned brother. On the inside, I'm dark-skinned. I know I am. I'm not going to
Hashtag on the inside, though.
I am not confused either. Y'all seen my mama. She black as coal. Jimmy is not dark-skinned. He is corny. What? You name, Rob, you listen to Taylor Swift? You know, when you just working out, you just doing your thing, you just living life. You're in the car by yourself. You listen to Taylor Swift? Hell no.
I couldn't name not one of that chick's albums.
I can't
Andre-
name one of her songs or none of her albums, but I know I've heard some songs of hers. I
And
was
you
like,
turn
yeah.
the radio.
No, I was like,
There you go.
I can name too many, to be honest. It's kind of sad.
It's because of your generation.
I was like, yeah, you're pretty young, so like, it's okay. We're not gonna clown you. You're pretty young. That's part of your generation. I think if one of her songs came on, and let's like say like name some other random white chick that sings songs. Katy Perry.
He said, what are the white chicks?
It was like Katy Perry or a Taylor Swift song.
Give me one of them. Yeah, one of them.
I think I could tell the difference. Like, doesn't Katy Perry sing "Roar"? What was it? Fireworks? What was it called?
Is it a roar?
One of those songs.
That weak ass shit she did at the Super Bowl looking like a pack of Wonder Bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your ass is going in on the white
Come
women.
on, man. Give her a break.
You know, I just.
But wait, she had that one. The one was it MTV Music Awards where she wore that dress where the titties popping out.
I tell you what. I've told my wife this multiple times. There's a
dress.
There's a list that she has. There's a list that I have.
I think Katy Perry's on my list.
If she walks into the room, baby, you got to leave because me and her are about to have some fun. And if Katy Perry walks her cute little ass in front of me, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I don't know none of her music. I can't name an album, but I know her if she walks past.
I do know some of her music though. She has actually liked some of her songs. Not that first song, that Kiss the Girl shit. I think that was trash. But like, she has some songs that I.
What about that one she did with Juicy J?
I don't recall. What was the name of it?
What the hell's the name of that
You
song?
wanna play with magic?
Of course he knows. Of course he knows. Of course he knows.
Man, that shit was hit.
Dark Magic, something.
No, fuck.
We all got phones and shit.
We all got phones and computers and Google, Google. What?
Dark
What
Horse.
is it?
Dark Horse. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Ring a bell.
Dark Magic.
Close enough.
If
That's all I'm saying.
yeah, but yeah, Jimmy is corny. I don't know if he's corny because he listens to Taylor Swift, or maybe that's just like a symptom of not.
You know what it really was, like in all seriousness, it was how he handled like that first year. You remember that one year where he was just like, I'm banking on myself. Okay, cool. That's admirable. You're gonna show up, you're gonna show out, do what you gotta do. Whatever. Then the next year, when he started feeling himself, that's when that nigga started doing too fucking much, man. Then he started calling out coaches. It was like,
oh, I'm just good Jimmy now. So now I just get like
he started doing too much when he found a jump shot.
That weak ass shit. And then he started, Derek and Joe have always, we know who they are. Joe is always the one to be like, I'm going to say what Derek really wants to say.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say whatever I want to say in the first damn place. Then Jimmy started being like, well, I think we can be coached more. I think the other guys should be held more accountable. Like, nigga, what? Is you a grown ass man in the NBA? A coach in the NBA is not. I remember Jeff Van Gundy said it once, and Jeff can be off the wall sometimes, but a lot of this shit I be liking what he be saying.
So you said sometimes, like more times than not.
Yeah, more times than not. But he said, like, in the NBA, a coach is supposed to be helping you with, with the playbook, how we're supposed to run an offense, how we're supposed to run on defense, to help you, develop more as a player. Not to fucking motivate you. If you're not motivated at this level, if you have to be yelled at this level, what's the purpose of you being here?
Now, that is one of the things he said that I did agree with. And it's very rare that I agree with Jeff Van Gundy. But that is one of the things that I did agree with. Like, if you don't get out of here with that, we need to be coach harder. Just work harder. Coaches are supposed to put you in a position to win, X's and O's standpoint. But if you can't motivate yourself to run those X's and O's, that's not indicative of what the coach is doing. It's like a problem with you.
It's a problem with you. And that came directly from Tibbs, too.
Oh,
you know that came straight from him. Every time he did a Bulls game, I was just like, okay, I'm definitely going to watch and listen. Because Tibbs is going to speak through the media today through Jeff Van Gundy. Because that's his boy.
Yeah, yeah, but because he was an assistant coach for him in New York and I think in Houston.
He was pulling for Thibs for a long time
But
anyway.
we're talking about the Bulls, which is something that we just have to do on every podcast. I tried to avoid it. Like it was okay to talk about Jimmy, but now we're going to talk about the Bulls. Now, what are they? What are they now? 14-12.
I think they're 2 games above 500. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're
So
14-12
I
now.
think that is their record
after beating Detroit. Now
14-13.
14.
That's so fucking terrible, man. Jesus
So they were
Christ.
supposed to be better now when they got rid of Joe and they got rid of Derek and Powell left. Everything was supposed to be kumbaya. Everybody, the whole thing started with everybody loving each other and everybody's like they're pulling for each other and all this other shit. But like, so what happened?
They aren't talented enough.
They're literally in the same spot they were as last year around this time.
No, they were better. They were better. They were better.
You know what? They're right because they were like third or fourth in the East around this time last year, with like a better efficiency. Now they're like 6th, 7th. What?
6th.
Yeah. So
are we? Is it just now coming to realization that they don't have a lot of talent? Or because it seemed like at first, like last year, the whole thing was Derek was holding Jimmy back and all this other nonsense about Jimmy this, Jimmy that. But nobody's holding Jimmy back now.
Pace,
yeah, pace. We got to play with pace.
Even though they're like, I think I heard the other day they're like
last.
20, is it last now? I thought it was like 28 or something, and pace or something.
Maybe it is 28th. I don't know.
Either way,
but I know
they're not towards the top.
And now they have Rondo, somebody who's supposed to be pushing the pace, and they got Jimmy, and they, I don't mind.
Christ.
I don't mind D Wade. I actually wanted to see D Wade play with Derek and Jimmy. That was something I was kind of looking forward to seeing. Or I would have liked to have seen more than Rondo, but we get rid of Derek and we get rid of Joe, and nothing's changing. They're worse. Now there's no more scapegoats. That's one of the things I've always said about like sports in general. You got to be careful with what you ask for, right? Because now there's no more scapegoats. You can't blame Derek. You can't blame Joe. You can't blame Powell. Now who does the blame go to?
Oh no, they never blamed Powell in the first place. So I think we were the only sports media outlet is small as we are in the entire Chicagoland area that fucking told the truth about Pau Gasol and how fucking weak he was, and not make excuses for his ass. But I digress.
So whose fault is it now? But
it's funny that you brought it up because I was listening to ESPN 1000 and this morning, and they said the exact same thing you just said, Dre. It's like, all right, so who's left now? Who's left that people can call up, because nobody's calling up and blaming anybody right now. I don't know if it's because football season is still going, because nobody's called yet to be like, all right, this is so and so's fault. And I feel like it's going to start teetering towards it being Fred again. Or not again.
And that's bullshit.
That's bullshit, man.
You want to know what?
It's going to start floating to him.
Go ahead, Chris. What are you saying?
I don't think it's Fred's fault, because usually with sports, coaches are always the first ones to catch the blame. But there's just so many holes on this team that there's just not one that's bigger than the other. You got the benches messed up. That's the one thing about the Bulls. They've always had a great bench. And the starters were slipping. The bench always carried them. That bench isn't there. So who's carrying the team now? Jimmy Butler is not a leader.
What you mean? He tells you all the time that he is.
Amen.
He tells us, but I don't see it on the court.
Amen.
Derrick Rose is a leader. Joakim Noah is a leader. Jimmy Butler acts like a role player. Speak up. Grow some balls. Jesus.
I almost spit my water out my mouth. Jesus.
Oh, God.
Yes. Jimmy Butler he's a shithole.
Just it's just so many circumstances, just like that could be taken care of so much better, but they don't, because he doesn't speak up. When Derrick Rose,
he speaks up about the wrong things. He speaks up in the wrong instances. He says things that nobody's asking him to talk about. And that might be an even bigger issue than him not talking, is that he's talking with no one really wants him to. I don't know.
When he should just be giving your classic, LeBron type sound bites. People will hate, LeBron for whatever reason, but he gets in the media and he just, if when it comes to the team, he gives you he does the Peyton Manning thing. All right, I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus. I'm not gonna say anything stupid to where it's gonna put a bunch of attention on me and unnecessary attention. I'm gonna give you, we all need to play hard, need to play better. We're gonna move on to the next game, and we're keep it going from there. Jimmy has to go. He has to be specific and go. Fred has to coach us harder, or say stuff directly about your coach. Which people argue me up and down talking about people players do that all the time. I'm like, what players do that? What players have ever done that to a coach?
On good teams. Yeah, it's not out of the realm that a guy will do it on a team like the Bulls because the Bulls weren't good. So yeah, they're right. Players do that shit all the time on terrible fucking basketball teams, and that's what the Bulls were. They were a terrible basketball team. So yeah, of course, yeah, you're right. They're completely right. You're right, and they're right, Rob, because you never saw Tim Duncan doing that. And when Kobe was playing on good basketball teams, Kobe didn't do that. Basketball team, Shaq didn't do that. When you're a bad basketball team, you generally find guys that's gonna start talking shit about the coach, the players, and all this other stuff. And it's the good thing that they're talking about the coaches, which is great to me. It's like I told people last year, this wasn't a Fred Hoiberg thing. Where like Fred Hoiberg is some terrible coach. This is a talent deficiency issue. The Bulls are talent. They don't have it. They don't have a lot of talent. So you can say Fred and the system didn't work and all this other shit. They don't have the talent. Like the difference doesn't make.
They haven't brought in, I don't feel like, players that Fred has needed either. They haven't brought in, to run his system, whatever his system is. They haven't brought in players to run it.
What is the
they went and got Rondo and they went Rondo and Dwayne Wade. Like the anti-Fred Hoiberg basketball players. Like neither one of them are Fred Hoiberg type players. Neither one can shoot, and they're both slow. So, great.
If I can go back to what Rob said a couple minutes ago, when he said about leaders and not bad-mouthing their teams on bad teams and leaders doing what they're supposed to do on good teams. In 2015, when LeBron was in the finals and the Cavs weren't scoring enough points, what did LeBron score? 40 points and almost a triple-double every single game. He didn't blame the team. He didn't blame the coach. He manned up and did what he had to do because he's a superstar. Jimmy Butler wants to be called a superstar, but this team is just not there yet.
I think we tweeted it earlier. We tweeted it earlier that the top 10 best 5-man lineups in the NBA. And like,
it's crazy the Bulls are one of them.
I was not expecting to see the Bulls on there, but what I was definitely not surprised to see was the Bulls didn't have Rondo on that fucking list. It was Butler, Gibson,
it was Jerry and Grant,
Robin, and Dwayne. Like when you watch Rajon on the court with them, it is like they are in slow motion. Like he's supposed to bring the pace, but it is not like that at all. He's holding the ball too long, and you could just see Hoiberg on the sidelines wanting to pull his hair out. He's just like, my fucking God, just move the ball already.
Now, everybody thought it would be better with him, but it's just not.
It is just not. It's like they're in quicksand, and you see everybody on the perimeter. Like I think it was one game where like he had Cannon and Rondo as like a dual guard set.
Yeah.
Cannon the whole time was just on the perimeter, just anxious, like wide open, just waiting. Then he had McDermott come in the game, and he was doing the same thing. Like, I am wide open. What are you waiting on?
I kind of understand why he didn't pass it to Isaiah Cannon, because Isaiah Cannon is a dumpster fire. But
let me tell you something.
Nowhere in the world
Isaiah Cannon is the second coming of Aaron Brooks. He ain't never seen a shot that he won't let it go. Let it fly, baby. Let it fly.
That's why they hated him in Philadelphia. I didn't understand the reason why they hated him so much. Like those first couple weeks, I'm like, yeah, he's not that bad. And then
that's what I thought.
Yeah, me and my brother, me and Darrell were talking about him. Like, oh, like he's not that bad. Why does everybody hate him? I see why everybody hates him. He's fucking awful. Not
That
hitting them now
motherfucker
too.
fly, baby.
3-point specialist.
Yeah, he wants to be more than a 3-point specialist, but it's like first you have to become a 3-point specialist. What the hell are you talking about?
So did the Bulls make a mistake by not keeping Dinwiddie?
By not what?
Keeping Dinwiddie.
Probably.
I like Dinwiddie, man. I thought that, I mean, because I was rarely watching Bulls preseason, but whenever I caught a game and it just happened to be him in the game, like he was dominating the ball, like he was hitting shots, he was driving and kicking. I felt like he was the better option. But everything you heard from like, Bulls beat reporters and people that were like really watching an entire Bulls preseason game for whatever reason was all telling you that, Cannon was going to end up being an option. It's just like, I thought
think he was going to end up being an option because they gave him more money. I think what really hurt them is that McDermott went down and then Michael Carter Williams went down. They both went down at the same time. So bench, the bench is depleted. They have no bench at that point, and you're still waiting on Michael Carter Williams to come back. And it doesn't help that Nico is garbage for the majority of the time that he's playing on the floor.
I try to call in the ESPN 1000 every time I hear them talk about Nico.
It's over.
And just let them fucking have it. I swear to God, it's like the only person up there that believes that Nico is trash is Sylvie. Because everybody else thinks that Nico, they'll be like, oh, he's not getting the right looks.
Somebody wrote an article about how the Bulls were mishandling him, and I'm like, what? He's getting all of the minutes. He's getting the necessary shots. He's just not hitting them. I don't know what else they're supposed to be doing with him.
And I was pulling for Nico when they first got him.
We all were.
That motherfucker trash.
All those highlight tapes from Spain or whatever he's from.
Like, man, he over there hitting
trash.
all kinds of threes. And he can't come over here and hit anything. It's one guy, I don't know who it is on Twitter, but it's one dude who's just like the biggest Nico fan. It's like, well, he shot 40% from three, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yeah, but he kind of did that in one half of the season.
It was us, it was me, like according to Source Society and a bunch of other people. We destroyed his ass. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
You got some reverb going on somewhere.
God damn it.
I don't know who it is.
How about now?
Yeah, we good now.
But if you look at their lineup, like who would you, at this point, like heading towards February, who would you look to move to like blow this shit up? Because I don't know if the Bulls, I don't know if Garden Pax.
Shit.
See, but that's the dilemma though. Do you think that they're really going to try
season for them.
No, you can't do it now. But like the person that you have to move is Jimmy. You got to. Like he's the only piece you have that's worth anything. Like it maddens me that we couldn't get rid of Nico when everybody thought he was a good basketball player, because now we can't get rid of him except for him leaving in free agency because we're not going to re-sign him. This goddamn dude decided to just not come to a walk around because he quote unquote forgot about it. It's such a coincidence that he started forgetting about these things when Bobby Porter started taking his minutes, who is also trash, by the way. And nobody can tell me
another guy was pulling for. I thought Bobby was going to be cold, man, in the first few games.
He was like, man, there's a reason. Like, why is this dude so why did he drop down to the Bulls? And then, like, we realize it now. The Bulls were the only organization that didn't realize he wasn't good when they drafted him. God. This team is so annoying.
Just talking about the
Bulls. Who just dropped out? Who dropped out?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Whenever I hear that little for me, that's the signal that somebody has dropped out. But yeah, this team is pissing me off. I wish it wasn't like this. I don't want to continue to watch them. Like, it's fun when they play games like last night. You know what I'm saying? But every game isn't like last night. And more often than not, games are like the games when they scored 65 points or whatever the hell they scored. Oh my God. What else we got on the agenda here, Devin? We weren't even supposed to talk about the Bulls. We ended up talking about them for like half an hour.
Oh, Devin might have dropped out.
Devin dropped out. Who else? What else do we have?
We are skipping the
The
bowl.
There it
bowl,
is.
the bowl games. Okay, you can
Mhm.
take this
Oh,
one.
man.
You can go ahead and take this one, Rob. What did you want to talk about?
So this has been the hot topic the last couple days, few days, whatever the case is, which I'm dumbfounded by because I feel like this isn't the first time this has come up. I feel like it's come up. I
Every
didn't
year.
didn't Clowney have a deal where he may or may not have gone to whatever trash bowl A&M was supposed to go to or whatever it was.
Mhm.
So why all of a sudden it's a big deal this year? I don't even know who the other player even is. I know it's Fournette, but who is
Christian
it?
McCaffrey.
I know the name because I've heard the name countless times now. But who the fuck is he? Is he a quarterback? Is he a running back?
He's
He's
a
a running
running
back.
back from Stanford, which he's just going to
Okay,
be
so
just like
Stan-
Toby Gerhart. He ain't going to be
Okay.
shit in the league to me. But whatever.
Okay, so Fournette is supposed to be the next coming of Adrian Peterson, and by all accounts, is probably going to be a first round pick. You want him to go? You're upset because he's not going and going to play in a bowl game where he could potentially get hurt. You got all these guys coming out with all these stupid stats saying that it's
The percentages.
the percentages say that it's not
Yeah,
likely. And all
they're
that.
pushing up
What
their
the
spectacles. The percentages of him getting hurt are very, very low.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm the running back. I'm gonna get the ball at least 15, 20 times. Percentage is my ass.
Exactly.
So if he gets hurt, people have made this point out, a couple times. If he gets hurt, is that university gonna help him out with, once his draft stock goes down, he's drafted in the 5th round?
Well, he should just want to go and play with his guys one more game.
He's his brother. He
man.
owes him.
Go play with his brothers.
It's crazy how they want these kids. It's usually these black kids, man. They don't want to see these black kids, make decisions that
Benefit them.
that's going to benefit them. And these cats are about to make millions of dollars. They don't want to hear that, man. They want you supposed to be our entertainment. Get out there and entertain us. Play ball. Be tough and yada yada yada. Well, fuck you. I'll be missing out on millions of dollars.
Rob is
about
to get us, but we about to lose all the followers we got, man.
Hey,
Rob made a good point.
this is just like the Trump conversation. We probably don't need you here. But I digress.
The same people that are mad at McCaffrey and Fournette are the same people that were talking all that shit about Kaepernick. I guarantee you. You always.
Oh, yeah.
You owe them shit. Are they paying me? No. Are you gonna put my daughter through college if I tear my ACL? No, you're not. It's LSU.
No.
LSU was in, what's the name of the bowl game LSU was in?
Trashbowlgame.com.
You're not lying.
Jesus, man.
Ain't nobody gonna watch that shit, man.
Oh my God.
Trashbowlgame.com.
That's just like with what the fuck? When Florida State went to the second one, when they went to the playoffs, Jimbo Fisher said it earlier in the season. He was like, if we lose 2 games or more than I'm sorry, he said if we lose 1 or 2 games, I'm not gonna let Jameis play in a bowl game. I'm not even gonna let him play in the ACC championship. And people lost their shit. He was like, and I'm also not gonna let Carlos Williams play, Jimmy Wilder play. These are like the other running backs who were most likely to get drafted. And he was like, I'm here to build these players, put them in a pro offense and a pro style defense, and put them in the
And
pros.
get them drafted.
Exactly.
I am not in the business to hurt them. If we have a chance to win a championship, fine, so be it. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't understand what the fucking problem is in this. To me, I think this is awesome that the own university, I'm sorry, not the university, but the coaching staff doesn't ridicule the players. Because if this was somebody's stupid ass like Lou Holtz, who's another loyal Trump supporter, ironically.
Of course he is.
Who demonizes all these players.
Just throw that out there.
Who demonizes all these players. Because let's just cut the shit. The one thing that they hate is for these young black athletes to think with their brains. They want them to go to school, go to the university, bring in money for one reason and one reason only, and that's for their
benefit. Meanwhile,
ability.
Meanwhile, the coach that's coaching at, I don't know, say LSU, Hell, let's use the coach who I can't stand. Let's say Nick Saban.
Oh,
He can coach at he can coach at LSU and then get a chance and opportunity in the NFL to coach and lead. He's not going to stay with those kids.
Yes, he
You
will.
get
Have you seen his record in the NFL?
And then you get to the NFL and you realize that you can't manipulate grown ass men the way you could these kids and make them do what you want. Because didn't Saban have an issue with somebody not playing in the bowl last year?
yeah,
There was
yeah.
an issue with Saban in the play in a bowl not wanting to play last year or something. I
Oh my
forget
God,
who it
what is
was.
that kid's name? I think it was one of their tight ends, and like he actually,
He called him out on it or something, right?
I guess somebody from the SEC like approached Nick Saban like, "Yo, you got to cut that fucking shit out. Like, you cannot be doing this, especially if it's just one kid. You can't do this." And apparently, like, I guess they must have came up with some mutual agreement. I bet you it was just Saban going behind a door and be like, "I don't give a fuck what the SEC tell me. You need to play." So I don't think he played in a semifinal. He played in a championship game. It was something like that. But I know for sure that, you know, like it all goes back to how the more and more it supports the argument more that these players need to get paid, because the more and more these schools get bigger and bigger and more profitable, the more they're going to try to, you know, hold all of them by the nuts. And these players are going to be like, you know, you're not going to do this to me. I don't give a shit about this school. You know why I came here. You know, and you definitely know why I came here. You know why you brought me here. I'm not playing in no trash.com / shithole bowl. I'm going to go to the pros. You know what I'm
get
worth.
a .com bowl. We got a .org bowl.
Straight up, I support Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey.
Bowl.com.
I said, what's the other one, dude? They had another one where it was like for a helicopter company. I was like, what is this, like Step Brothers?
Bowl.com.
Give me a break.
That's how you knew that the bowl game that LSU was playing in wasn't shit, because I haven't heard the name of it at all throughout this whole process.
Oh my God, they should be ashamed.
You know, Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, you know, these guys are here. I think people don't realize that even though they are student athletes, which is, you know, bullshit to
laughable.
Yeah, they are out here trying to get themselves a high paying job. That's first and foremost. Anything other than that, like, everything comes secondary for most of them. Vast majority of them, nobody, they don't care.
It's a business decision. These dudes are making decisions that's going to affect their entire family's lives. You got most of these kids that come from small town, South Carolina somewhere, where they ain't got you know, they living in some shack, you know, they ain't got a bunch of money, and then, you know, they work hard and they make it to a D1 school, and they're going to go to the NFL and make a bunch of money. So let them make their decisions based off that and based off that alone. Like, I don't understand. Like what difference is it going to make if he playing that ball game or not? Like, why does that anger so many people? I don't understand it.
Because they supposed to shut up, play the sport, be happy that they have the opportunity, because there are other people who would love to be in their shoes.
Yeah, they not 6'2", 250.
Oh my God, Leonard Fournette, that's a grown ass man right there.
Well, it's
man.
Not their fault. It's not their fault that you are. So get your ass out there and play.
See, but that's exactly why Bobby Bowden got his ass basically fired from FSU, because when I think it was his second to last year there. If you guys remember Myron Roll, he was one of the first black students.
Smart motherfucker, right?
One of the first black student athletes to get a Rhodes Scholarship to Oxford University.
Yeah,
and he told Bobby Bowden was like, do you care more about playing football for the Florida State University or becoming a doctor? Apparently he didn't waste no time in answering that question. He said becoming a doctor. And then they said his draft stock fell, and he said, you know, fuck the NFL too, because I make more as a neurosurgeon than I do playing in the NFL, and I'll be making that for years. And that's when
without potential concussions.
Exactly. And that's another reason why so many players today, even in the NFL, they hated Jeff Fisher too, because Jeff Fisher asked him the same thing. Do you care more about playing football? Because I think Jeff Fisher signed him to the Titans, and like in the practice squad, and he asked him the same question that Bobby Bowden did, and he's like, no, I care more about being a doctor, but I'm here to play. He got his ass out of there. And like that's when Jimbo Fisher, like people hated him at first because he was just like, you know what, I'm here to make these guys turn pro, not to hurt them and injure them. Just like with Dalvin Cook this year. I know I'm getting super biased on Florida State. Don't care. Go Noles. But Dalvin Cook, he told him, he was like, I'm not going to put the ball in his hands every snap because I know the talent of our team. We're not ready to compete for a national championship just yet. And Dalvin's going to be in the first round. So it is what it is. I'm going to let him take it easy. All of them should be ashamed of themselves. And like, as much as I love Nick Saban, he's the same way. He should be ashamed of himself.
He don't care about shit, but winning and
getting paid.
And getting paid at all costs. He don't care about nothing else.
He don't care about none of that shit.
That's how most of those coaches are.
That's why he berates his offensive coordinator. Even though Lane Kiffin is a goofball, but he berated him on the sideline. And they was beating the brakes off where the fuck they was playing earlier this season. And he yelling at
40 points.
And he's yelling at the man
off on him
on the sideline because of a play that he called or some shit like that. Are you serious, dog? He just standing there taking it because it's his boss and he got no choice. Just I've never liked Lane Kiffin, but I hope he gets another job and gets the hell out of there.
Oh,
he did get another job, right? He got, who was it, like somewhere in Florida, right?
Florida Atlantic. the first player he signed was a quarterback at Florida State who got dismissed for punching a bitch. For punching a woman, excuse me.
Oh man, let's not. We're not even going to. We're not even going to talk about that.
Ladies,
want to talk.
I got 500 more. We just lost right there.
I am terribly sorry.
I'm not going to have any followers after this podcast, man.
Terribly sorry. But it's not like a Joe Mixon shit. She went up to him and she put her hands on him. I'm not saying you knock her ass out.
He gave her a two-piece though. Was it a two-piece or was it one?
Straight gave her the
one. I think it was that Pop Ass Tuesday special. Yeah, I think it was a two-piece that he put on.
Yeah, I think he two-pieced her, man.
What was that shit?
You know what's the deeper issue?
It's not funny.
It's not funny. The idea of the two-piece is
it's
the actual act.
It's hilarious.
The actual act of filming hitting this woman is not.
Hey, check it out. Chris Childs.
She didn't know it. She couldn't even respond. It was so quick. Like, man, she had no idea that he was about to do that shit. And quite frankly, neither did I.
Yeah, Sarah Spain and all them jumped right on her and that old half of Britt McHenry.
I always wonder, like, when people see these videos and they're like, man, it was worse than I thought it was going to be. I was like, what the fuck did you think it was going to be? Somebody got punched in the face. Like, what the hell were you? I don't know what the assumptions were. This is much worse than I thought it was going to be.
I did not imagine the terror that I was going to see when I opened up this video. Oh, a motherfucker getting knocked out?
What did you think was about to happen when you opened up the video title, motherfucker gets knocked out? I thought it was gonna be a motherfucker not getting knocked out. Like I didn't know what to expect. I just think people like to be upset. Like that was already something to be upset about because you already know man, you never put your hand on a woman.
Walk away.
I don't care if she has a shotgun. She's about to shoot you with it. You gotta walk away.
You gotta walk away, dog. What's wrong with you? You gotta walk away.
You gotta walk away, man.
That's some bullshit.
No.
There we go.
Hey, Chris, we trying to save the only followers we got left.
We only got 5 left. We only got 5 left.
I mean, it's just it's frustrating.
No, go ahead. Speak your. I'm just fucking around. Speak your mind, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, it's frustrating because I mean, I'm not an anti-feminist or anything like that. I love women. They're great.
My mama's one.
Yeah.
My mom's one. But I mean, in 2016, a majority of women hide behind the fact that they are women and believe that you can do whatever you want to a man and not expect retaliation. And a man shouldn't retaliate. I believe that. A man shouldn't hit a woman. But at the same time, you're not going to call me the N-word, spit in my face, and not expect something.
Ooh, I can feel Sarah Spain coming for us right now.
I mean, I may not punch you, but I may RKO you through a glass table. I mean,
He say a wood table. He's like out there a glass table.
The thing that was funny about that video, not funny about the video, but the responses to it, is that the refrain is like he could have just walked away. It's like, but sometimes I get tired of the idea that the man, like, you just walk away. But like, he was in that restaurant too. It's like
Yeah,
I saw somebody comment on that. And it was a surprisingly a white man, so super conservative, from his Facebook page, and he said the same shit. He was like, he is another patron in that restaurant. He doesn't have to walk away from shit. Somebody from that restaurant should have been like, hey, you guys need to stop, or somebody needs to
get out
or get out.
Yeah.
Like, he is not at fault. She was
leave my man. Leave my man alone. Like, he trying to get a drink. Like relax. Like, what happened to
definitely
the
aggressor?
I don't know if she knew who he was or what. It was like, what happens to the days of cats like that? We get the red carpet pulled out. It's like, even if he's a backup, it's like, leave that man alone. He's trying to get a drink. Back up. You behind him. Well, I got it first. Well, that's a football player. Get behind him.
I'm just trying to figure out the whole, like, what did she think was going to happen? Because I saw another video, earlier today of like this old white man.
I know where you're going with this.
And he's talking to this black guy, and he's telling him about how he's in the military, and the black guy's all mouth, and and I put my fist in people's like your face and all this other bullshit he's talking about. And then when he walked away,
like, 30 years ago.
When he walked away, he said, "Yeah, nigga." And that was it.
Was this at the Cheesecake Factory or something?
Yeah, it was like some restaurant, and the kid just started. I mean, man, he hit him with like 17 punches.
I told somebody, my boy had posted, and I was like, man, he gave him a number 5 with extra biscuits.
I don't know if y'all saw that.
Number 5 with extra biscuits.
Oh man!
And I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is going on in this society where it's like it's okay for you to do, and I'm not just talking about women, you know what I'm saying? It's not just like a female thing. I'm not just talking about women, but where it's okay for you,
general now, for you to just do
people
stuff,
to do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say,
it's just
act
camera.
whatever you want to act.
It's not.
Like,
you know what it is? My mom made a great point the other day. Donald Trump is empowering all these racists and all these bigots and all
I agree with the empowerment part of it.
They just dying to feel how they speak, how they feel about black people. We get it. You're racist. I see the Trump hat. I see the conservative flag in your truck. I know you fuck your daughter, but I mean, I get that.
Oh my God!
That's
Oh
great.
my God!
There goes that section. There goes that section of the world that they gone too now. They gone too.
It's 2016.
That section gone too. We lost the women. No, we lost the South.
We're turning into Hillary.
All we got is the South, is the Northeast left, guys. That's about it. Northeast.
That's about it.
The Northeast and probably Cali. That's all that's left.
That's a part of it. A part of it is definitely that people are empowered through, the racism of Donald Trump. A lot of it is that, but it's still just amazing to me that, the idea is that people can do whatever they want to do to you, and you're supposed to always walk away. But nobody ever steps in and tells this person to stop doing the things they're doing to you that's initially wrong. Like, it's initially wrong that she spit on him and called him a nigga. Problem. Like, him hitting her comes second to that. It's like, if she had never done what she did,
she kind of swing at him though?
She did. She hit him she kind of hit him in his neck or some shit like that. It was like wild.
I gotta watch it again. I mean, it was so long ago.
I never condone a man hitting a woman, but like Chris Rock said, I understand it. I understand it. And I probably wouldn't hit a woman, but I definitely shake the shit out of one. Like, I'm not gonna let you. You're not gonna be able to put your hands on me. I'm not going to let you disrespect me. And all of the. And it was a lot of disrespect that took place in that video. And it seems like the only thing that mattered is that he hit her. That he hit her. It doesn't matter that she spit on him and that she called him a nigga. None of that matters anymore because
that wasn't the title of the joint. Woman spits on man. It was a woman spits on man.
Woman spits on man, hits him, and calls him a nigga. That wasn't the name of that video. It was just, college football player hits woman, and I think that's a huge problem because that video of that black dude that fired on the white guy. The thing is just gonna be that he fired on that white guy. And it's not gonna be that he walked away and called him a nigga, and called him a pussy and told him fuck you and all this other shit. Nobody ever talks about those things, and that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with this country. It's like everybody said that we pussified. It's the pussification of America. No, it's the fact that people allow bullies to be bullies, and then they're victims when people fight back. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get to that Serena thing, but man, we've been going a little bit longer than we normally do.
Yeah, and I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so I want to. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk to before we got on up out of here? Chris? Anything quick? Because Devin's about to shit himself.
Oh, I gotta go bath. I had some real tips earlier. As like a cheat meal. Ooh, is a bad idea. Bad idea.
Quick question.
Hit it.
What's up?
If the Seahawks they make it to the playoffs, I think they'll run the table.
Ooh, shit, man.
I see the Seahawks running the table.
It's hard to do that without Earl, man. It really is. I was looking at this at this YouTube special about them, about like how much Earl affects their defense. And I for the longest time, I used to say that I wanted to say that Carroll got it wrong when he did Taylor May's bogus. But I never realized how talented Earl is because he makes guys like Cam Chancellor so much better. Man, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. I think they'll be able to, toss that ball around with Russ and Jimmy Graham. But after this season, I think they definitely need to get.
I don't know. It depends on whether or not Richard Sherman's nostrils will inflate or deflate as it gets colder. I'm not sure. I swear that you can literally fit the entire planet inside his goddamn nostrils when he's in one of his little dumbass rants. Who just dropped out?
Probably Shit Boy.
Yeah, well, Rob, you got you got anything you want to anything else you want to say, Rob?
I had something, man. I've lost it, man. This was dope. I'm done.
All right,
go Bulls. I don't know.
Go Bulls. Fuck the Bulls. So you guys know where to find us. It's according to sources. According to sources at gmail.com, because for some reason the according to sources where email isn't working. Or you can hit me at Andre Williams at according to sources. We all got according to sources emails, and you know our names, so you can go to any of our names and send an email to according to sources. It's A2 sources on Twitter, according to sources on Facebook, according to sources.com is the website. Chris, give them your Twitter account so you can get some followers if people do that thing.
My Twitter account is at Wanderlust, 2 R's, 3 T's.
All right, the weekend. So we enjoyed this one, man. It was good having you on, Chris. This is a new thing. Hopefully, we'll have some podcasts where my black ass ain't on it, and they can just do it themselves. But that's something for the future. So for Rob, Devin, Chris, Dre, according to sources, and we out. Peace.
Whitlock, you suck.
You really do suck, Jason. God.